Cowabunga Gamers, welcome back to another episode of Technological Journey. Last time we worked on the nuclear line, we got the gas centrifuge up, and we managed to get the pellets. 235 fuel oxide and 238 fuel pure. What's missing here? Oxygen? Weird. Anyway. That's now being sent off. We have this pause right now while we figure out the next steps. So our next step is to get uranium waste. And to do this, we need the depleted fuel nitrides, which in this case come from a large chemical reactor in which we have a bunch of catalysts that we need to make, but namely they come from the depleted solutions, which are made in another chemical reactor with the depleted fuel, oxides, boron dust, and nitric acid. Now, boron dust isn't consumed, so honestly, this isn't too bad. So we're just going to get started here. So we're going to make the solutions first. And to do that, we're just going to put these in the same chemical reactor, since it shouldn't cause too much of an issue. So we are going to need, what are we going to need? We're going to need an input bus for the uranium. We're going to need ULV for the boron. We're also going to need boron dust. Thankfully, we have a bunch of that. And what's the last thing we need? Nitric acid. So let's go put nitric acid. Oh, it's already there. Sick. So we need a fuel input, or not fuel, but a fluid input hatch. And this produces output, which we need. Honestly, we should probably do a quad output hatch for this, just so we don't overlap. So how's this going to look? We're going to have item input, fluid input, and then the ULV should be done. So we can grab this. We'll probably put it here if it works. Otherwise, we'll put output here. And then we just need some more chemical inert casings. And this should hopefully form. Did it form? It formed. Sick. So let's get this piped up, right? So what do we need? We're going to need fluid input and storage. So fluid input in this case is going to be depleted fuel nitride. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, depleted and depleted. So we'll have those here. We'll just keep a stack in stock. I doubt we'll ever get beyond that. And this is nitric acid. Nitric acid. We'll put that there. And then this is the output hatch. And so this will be the extract. So we can quickly get this piped in. Now, where are we? Okay, we can just... Actually, no. Really, it should come from the middle here. There we go. Okay, no issues with this. We're getting our oxides. Perfect. We should also have nitric acid. The boron can go in there. And all this really needs is power and maintenance. Sick. Okay, so this one's good. So we can get this one set up. So what is this one making? This one is making... This one uses This one uses everything. So we need ferrite mixture dust, RP1, hydrazine, and tributyl phosphate. But none of these get used. So really, what we can do is we can have a quad input hatch, right? Where is, yeah, a quad input hatch for all the catalysts. A ULV input bus for the ferrite, and then we can get another quad input hatch for the two fluids. So input bus can go here, and then input hatch, and then that. And these, depleted fuel nitride. What do we have in here? I think what we have in here are the oxides. Yeah, we need the nitrides. So these are an output bus, but that's it. So we can get a output bus and just slap that down. So to get this wired up, what do we need? Output bus. One of these input bus is just going to be empty. This one is going to be, yeah, these. I think we can just safely have this as a storage bus. We might revisit that, but I think we'll be fine. Okay, so now all we need. So where are we at? We need the oxides now. And the oxides come from what do these come from? Hold on. So depleted fuel oxide comes into here. I think I made these with oxygen at the end of last episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this back started. So we're getting these, and these need to be in a chemical reactor. Do we want another LCR, or do we just want to do this with... It's a 15-second LV recipe, so this will go pretty fast. Let me set up another LCR, and I'll bring you back. Okay, we are back. So I have a LCR built up. So let's think what we need. We need oxygen, and we need the pellets, but then we have output bus. I think that's it. Input, output. Yeah. And then when we're down here, what do we need? We will need a fluid interface with oxygen. And we will need a interface with 235 depleted fuel and 238 depleted fuel. And we'll just keep a stack in stock of these that has oxygen. This I think it'll be safe if we put a No, let's put a storage bus on this. We can always change it out, but I think this will be fine. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. So we should just need to set everything up to power. And then we should be good to go. Okay, so got these all plugged into power, and they are running. We are getting we're burning through that. That's done. You are making the nitrate solutions. So we are getting through that, and you should be getting 238 depleted fuel nitrite. Are you good? 238 depleted fuel nitrite solution. Did I put the wrong? 235 depleted nitrite solution. No, 235 is just more rare. Okay, so now we do a bit of chemistry. We have all the uranium stuff done. We need furite mixture, which is simple enough. Where did this go? This went in with depleted fuel nitrite. You're going to go over here. Yes. So that one's done. So need RP1. Red oil we cannot get, which is funny. So we need kerosene. We also need ammonia and hydrogen peroxide and this will be interesting, but the other two aren't too bad. So let's go do some chemistry. I think what would be cool actually is having like a little area where we can make these components or catalysts. I think that might be kind of cool. The question is though, where do we put them? Okay, we are back with our little chemistry setup. I got some cells. So let's see what we can do. So the first one we're going to do is RP1. So we need kerosene, which comes from coal tar and a circuit. So do we have a distillery? While this creates, let's go make, or do we have coal tar? We need coal tar. Coal tar. Coal tar. You're making creosote. And you're making wood tar. Okay. Okay, so how do we get coal tar? Coal tar, so it's a pyrolyzed oven. So this isn't too bad. We just need to repurpose one of these for a second. Right? So we need coal and a circuit at 20. Let's do this one since this one is the least important. So put that in there and then get some coal. Are we low on coal? Do that and then we can break this. Right. And so this will just start. There we go. Damn, what are you on? You're on HV. Interesting. Anyway, so coal tar is going to go. Creosine, so it's 1 to 200, and that 200 is going to get us enough. So really, we just need a bucket of coal tar. Actually, that gives us 4 buckets. We might need bigger cells. Yeah, okay, so you're good. And this was a circuit of 1. Nice. So you're good to just go back to making creosote. And we can come back here. Our distillery should be done. It is. Put it down. So what are we looking for? We need a circuit. Do we not have any? We might actually have some. Yeah, we do. I like this new handy bag. The purple one's much better than the blue. There's so much more space. Huge recommend to get that. Okay. So this is a circuit of 1. Easy enough. And we can just put in the coal tar. Coal tar. So that's going to be enough. So that's 6 millibuckets. So weird. And then the creosote is circuit 0. And there is our RP1. So the first one we can knock off the list. Okay, so next up is hydrazine. Hydrazine comes from hydrogen peroxide and ammonia. That one's easy enough. Both of which should be on tap here. Ammonia, hydrogen peroxide. We're making hydrogen peroxide somewhere, right? Are we? Cellulose. We should be. Yes, we are. It is used in the tungsten process, I want to say. Like over here somewhere? Yeah, hydrogen peroxide. So we can get a bucket of that. Because we just need... Oh, it's 2 buckets of ammonia. That's fine. We can put this in... Does it need a circuit? No, it does not. Okay. So there's our hydrazine. Cool, cool. Next up is this. Butanol and phosphyl chloride. Oh boy. How do we get this? What the heck? Fermented biomass. We're making biomass. So all we really need is a fermenter. That's probably the easiest way for us to get this right now. So let's go over and get some biomass, which should be in here. So how much do we need? Oh, we need quite a bit. I'm just going to get a whole stack of it. Right, so let's get rid of this one to put down our new fermenter. So that'll get us butanol. And that's just oxygen. Okay, that's not bad at all. Oxygen and phosphorus. So oxygen. How much of this do we need? So it's 1 to 1 to 1. Okay, so we just need 1 bucket of this. 1 bucket of oxygen. And 1 bucket of phosphorus, which I don't think we have. But we can make with 3 buckets of chlorine. We don't need this water cell. we do need... Okay, how do we make just cell? The little cells. Extruder. Oh, no. Okay, nothing useful. We can just get a bucket. Yeah. What is that? Poison. So we need 3 buckets of chlorine. Three buckets of chlorine and a phosphorus dust. So that and a circuit of circuit of 3. Bam. Phosphorus trichloride with oxygen gives us this phosphoryl chloride. And that mixed with 3 buckets of butanol. So how distillery, right, fermented biomass, which is biomass in a fermenter, which is done now. Throw that down, put that in fermented biomass. So this is going to take a little bit, and we need 2 buckets of this. Okay, hold on. You're going in, you need a circuit of 7. Which is be a higher tier recipe than we think. No, it's just MV. Okay, and we need how much of this? 3 buckets. So that's going to take a bit. So I'll bring you back when that's done. Okay, so this is way too slow. So we're going to try something else. We're going to try this recipe. So this is going to be phosphorus dust with oxygen. Phosphorus dust and oxygen. We also needed a circuit, right? We need 7 of those, which is only 4. 10 buckets of oxygen, okay. We're just gonna do this. Slap that in. And this was a circuit of 1. Bam. Okay. Easy. Then we can just throw the oxygen back. Cool. So this is 7 of those. And this, which is hydrogen, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. We need 2 buckets of each of these. We need to do this twice. So 2 buckets. 2 buckets of propene. Propene. There we go. 2 buckets of propene. And then 4 buckets of hydrogen. But again, hydrogen is free, so we can just plop that down, let this go. There's that. So we can send the hydrogen back, but we have this, which ironically, we combine that with hydrogen. Right, we combine this with hydrogen to get the 2-ethyl stuff. Yeah, that gives us 3 buckets of that. Okay, so we need to do that one more time. Because we need 5 buckets. So that's hydrogen, propene, and carbon. carbon monoxide, 2 of these. Propene. And then hydrogen. So we're going to have like a bucket of this left over. That's fine. 2 of those, which we again mix with the oxygen or the hydrogen, which should give us what we're looking for. Yes. Okay. So we take this, we take this. And then this should give us 2 buckets of butanol, which with this 1 bucket is going to be enough. Right? So we mix that with the butanol. And there we go. So I think that's everything. So we can come back to our nuclear setup. If we come over here, right, there's the fertinite. Which one of these is not set up, not attached? It's the first one. So we can put in the RPF or RP1 hydrogen in this. So, and you aren't going because 238. Do you not have an output bus? No, you do. Are you a higher? I'm gonna laugh so hard if this is a higher recipe. No, it's an LV recipe. Not consumed, not consumed. Ferrite mixture dust. What's going on here? No. What do we want? We want this. So this is RP1 hydrazine. Hydrazine. RP1. 111. Yeah, this should work. What am I missing here? What? No, you have power. You do not have power. Why don't you have power? You're bound. You have power? Yeah, you have power. Unless... Oh, you're wrong. You're bound to that. That makes sense. Bind, and then this one needs to be rebound to this one, and then all should be good. Yeah, sick. Okay, so we're making the depleted pellets. These need to go into an electrolyzer now, which is where this comes in. So we want... What do we want? We want a conveyor belt. And we also want a filter. So we are going to have... First, we're going to allow input through the output. And then we're going to do... that and 235 depleted fuel nitrate, right? Yeah. So keep a stack of those. And then here we are also going to import unfiltered, moved independently. Yes, okay, and we want these. So this should work. Right? You're going, yes. And then we need to subtract the nitrogen, which should be as simple as this. It's not going anywhere, so let's just put nitrogen here. And then wherever we set up, oh no, nuclear waste. Okay, so now we have nuclear waste. Which then goes into a thermal centrifuge. Do we have room for a thermal? Not really. And honestly, we may want... Do we want the big thermal? I don't think so. I don't think we need this quite yet. Especially for the output of uranium waste we have, which isn't that much. But otherwise, we can get this back started. Depleted fuel. Actually, why isn't this working? Aren't you going anywhere? You get mixed with oxygen, which is here, but you don't have, like, you should be these. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We need a storage bus there. And then you're going, yeah, okay, sick. You're getting output, you're going into here. This might become our bottleneck. And then you're going into here. Love that, love it. Okay, sick. So this is pretty quick, which is exactly what we want. So the electrolyzer is the slowest bit, which is fine, because the thermal centrifuge is probably going to be the next slowest bit. Where are we putting the thermal centrifuge, though? Do we want to put it back here? We could put it here. We can't put it here. I guess we could, but it would... There's a chance it would kill the power. Yeah, screw it. So... Same thing we did with the last one. We grab a conveyor belt. Slap it on, set it to import. We're going to need a filter. Screwdriver, filter, waste. Yes, and then the waste can go in there. We slap it on. We do this. Nope. Love it. Then we output, and we should be getting a bunch of dusts now. Right, so there's the Neptunium dust. And I think we're getting uranium-234 dioxide from it. And I bet this has its own whole thing. Yeah, cool. Actually, 234, yeah, that's its own whole thing. But Anyway, we're getting Neptunium dust. So that is the full processing of uranium. And oh boy, this is going to be its own whole thing. So we need to do that a few more times, namely twice. (239) and 237, right? So we're getting Neptunium dust, nuclear waste. Okay, hold on. And a chemical dehydrator gets us a bunch of stuff. The Neptunium dust. Okay, so this starts the whole process over again. We probably won't do Neptunium this episode. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall catch you next time.